Hi guys, this week we will continue learning about multiplication of binomials using a long multiplication method. But before that, we have to have a quick review of some basic terminologies we just learned from the last video. So I hope you still remember what's monomial and what's binomial. Monomial means there's one term, and binomial means there are two terms. Long multiplication method is not actually new to us. So if you remember, when you look at this example, this will help us to recall the process. So we do the ones and then we do the tens. So let's try that in here. So we do the ones, so you have 1 times 2 is equals to 2. And then 1 times 1 is equals to 1. Then we proceed with our tens. 1 times 2 is equals to 2. And then 1 times 1 is equals to 1. So always remember, when you multiplying the tens, you have to move 1 places for your answer. Okay, and then lastly, we have to combine our answer using addition. So since we don't have number in here, we just bring it down 2, and then 1 plus 2 is equals to 3, and then we bring down 1. So our final answer would be 132. Now let's apply this knowledge in multiplying binomials. So in example number 1, we have x plus 3, x plus 2. Think like these are your ones and these are your tens. So we start with our ones. So let me just draw a line in here. 2 times 3 is 6. So we write 6 under 2. And then 2 times x is equals to 2x. So that means 2x. Now, by the way, don't forget about the sign. So it's positive times positive, so therefore this is going to be a positive in here. Now, you always have to consider basic. If it's like positive times positive, it's positive. Positive times negative, negative. Negative times positive, still negative. Negative and negative becomes positive. Now from here, you proceed with your x. So x times positive 3 would be positive 3x. So I'm just going to write positive 3x so everyone won't confuse on that one. And then we multiply x times x. Remember, when we will multiplying variable, a variable usually always have exponent of 1, and when we multiply, we add its exponent. So we have x times x. How many x we have? So you have 2, so therefore our answer would be x squared. And then last steps, we have to combine like terms using addition. 6 don't have any, so we just bring it down. And then 2x and 3x could be combined. So we had 2 plus 3 is 5x. So plus in here, 5x. And then we bring down x squared. So our final answer would be x squared plus 5x plus 6. So if you're asking, this is similar to FOIL, yeah, it is. But it's just set up differently. Now let's proceed with example number 2. So in example number 2, we have this time exponent, but we will always apply the process we just learned a while ago. So we start with the ones and number. So you have 1 times 2 is equals to 2, write that. And then 1 times x squared. Again, I used to forget the signs, and since this is both positive, so therefore this is a positive in here. 1 times x squared, that means 1x squared. But remember, we can always not write the 1 because automatically any variable have 1 in front, invisible. So you have x squared. And then let's just write 1 for now. And then we have to proceed with our x squared times 2. That means 2x squared. And then x squared times x squared is x fourth, because we have to add its exponent. So lastly, if there are things that we could combine, we will combine. So 2 don't have any, so we bring down 2 plus, and then 1x squared and 2x squared can be combined together. So you have 3x squared, and then we just bring down x to the fourth. So our final answer would be x to the fourth plus 3x squared plus 2. Now let's proceed with our last example. So in our last example, so we have x squared plus 1 times 2x plus 1. So we start again with the number 1. So 1 times 1 is 1, right? That you just draw a line in here, 1. Okay, and then 1 times x squared, again this is going to be a positive, is x squared. So you could always write 1 so you won't be confused. And then we have 2x plus 1. So 2x plus 1 is 2x. So you could write 2x in here. Why I wrote it in here? Because they are actually not the same with the exponent. So I just draw it so it won't confuse me. And then 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. So I just write 2x cubed in here. And lastly, combine like terms. And since I have nothing to combine in here, I'll just arrange it in according to its highest degree. So the highest degree is 3. So that goes first on my equation. And then I have the 1. And then this one, 2x plus 1. So this is going to be my final answer. Again, we don't have to combine if there's nothing or there's no alike terms. So that's our lesson. So for your assignment, I'm going to upload it into Google Classroom.